شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتو یې پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Today is Thursday, January 16, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you're watching RTA News. Maulavi Muhammad Ismail Ghaznavi, the Deputy Minister of Borders Investigation and a member of the Anti-Usurpation Commission of the Ministry of Borders and Tribal Affairs, led a delegation and met with Maulavi Mohibullah Hamas, the Deputy Governor of Zabul, in the presence of the heads of various departments of the province and officials of the Islamic Emirate. In this meeting, Mr. Ghaznavi mentioned the return of usurped lands as one of the spiritual and valuable aspects of the Anti-Usurpation Commission, added that the people have sacrificed for the rule of this government. Their rights must be paid and they must work day and night for a comfortable life and economic development. In 2024, 137,000 drug addicts were treated. Confirming these figures, Mufti Abdul Mateen Khane, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Interior Affairs, told National Television that the Islamic Emirate is spending billions of Afghanis in the fight against drugs, and according to him, no organizations or country has helped Afghanistan in this regard. More details in this report.
One of the worst phenomena of 20-year occupation. During the Western colonial period in Afghanistan, millions of Afghans became addicted to drugs. Drug addicts were not only the burden on their families, but also a big headache to society. However, as a result of the Islamic Emirate's genuine struggle, drug addicts have been treated and are now providing for their families by receiving vocational training.
In 2024, more than 137,000 addicts came to health centers, and Alhamdulillah, these people have been treated and have been given vocational training in coordination with the Ministry of Health and other ministries. We have also assigned some people to take on responsibilities in these places.
The spokesman of the Ministry of Interior Affairs says that the cultivation, smuggling, and business of drugs in Afghanistan has been reduced to zero, adding that the Islamic Emirate is committed to a serious fight in this area.
The fact is that the international community is not cooperating with us, and some countries have been with us. Of course, none of them have provided practical cooperation so far, but the Islamic Emirate is spending its budget on this, and it's spending billions on the treatment of drug addicts every year.
At the same time, analysts and several university professors are calling on the international community and aid organizations to help Afghanistan by their responsibilities in the fight against narcotics.
Indeed, the efforts of the Islamic Emirate are worthy of praise. They have treated thousands of addicts, found their places, and provided them with jobs.
On the other hand, citizens praise this action of the Islamic Emirate in the field of collecting and treating addicts, adding that currently the streets and alleys of the cities have been cleared of addicts.
The Islamic Emirate gathered the addicts from around the city, and now, by the grace of Allah, we do not see any addicts inside the city.
The Islamic Emirate announced a ban on the cultivation, smuggling, sale, and purchase of all types of narcotics throughout the country.
Mullah Nuruddin Torabi, the Director General of the National Disaster Management Authority, met with the Director of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. The Director of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies pledged cooperation in implementing beneficial projects in Afghanistan, adding that the organization is trying to increase humanitarian projects in Afghanistan. On the other hand, Mullah Nuruddin Torabi assured of providing facilities for aid organizations in the country. 2 health clinics in Nimroz province were completed and put into operation to provide services. Officials assure that several development projects are also scheduled to be commenced in this province. Let's see more in this report.
Officials of the Public Health Department of Nimroz Province announced the completion of 2 health clinics in Uhar village of Chakhansor and Shashaba village of Khashrut districts. These health clinics were built to provide health services to children and mothers at a cost of approximately 7 million Afghanis with all health facilities and equipment.
We have about 29 clinics in Nimroz province. 5 clinics have been planned to be built in 5 districts by the Bahran Foundation or other contractors. For example, today we inaugurated 1 clinic in the Chakhansur district and 1 was inaugurated in Shawa village of Ghurghuri district. Each clinic cost us about 30 or 35 million Afghanis. Now we have been able to build these 5 clinics in areas that did not have access to adequate health services. So 2 clinics have been inaugurated there and 3 more will be opened next week. 31 students graduated in September 2024. These will be employed to provide services to the needy. These are professionals in this field and are skilled well.
On the other hand, the residents of this village praised the Islamic Emirate for establishing basic services in the fields of education, health, and access to drinking water in remote areas and promised to cooperate fully with the authorities in maintaining these projects.
We had a lot of problems in the health sector here. Even 3 or 4 women from our area died during childbirth on this route. We could not take them to Nimroz or Ghurghuri, so we are very happy with the establishment of this clinic.
According to the officials of the Public Health Department of Nimroz province, work is underway to 27 health clinics in all districts of the province, which will be completed and put into operation in the future.
The construction of a standard vehicle parking lot at the customs of Nimroz province worth 32 million Afghanis has been completed and put into use. The Ministry of Finance says that the cost of this parking lot was paid from the ministry's development budget and it can accommodate 130 cargo vehicles at a time. 14 Afghans were released from prisons in Balochistan on Tuesday and returned to their country. The Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation said that these individuals were detained for 15 days because of not having legal residence documents. The Laghman Provincial Rural Rehabilitation and Development Department has begun constructing and reconstructing over 300 kilometers of road in the capital and 5 districts for 31 million Afghanis. According to Laghman Provincial Rural Rehabilitation and Development Department, the completion of these projects will provide employment opportunities for hundreds of people and will also eliminate transportation problems for residents of the area. According to the agreement signed by the National Disaster Management Authority with the International Rescue Committee, the Disaster Management Directorate of Badghis Province, with the financial support of the mentioned committee, distributed cash assistance to 812 families who were affected by the previous drought in Qalainau of the province after a survey. In this series, 2,800 Afghanis were distributed to each family in the presence of local officials for a total of 2,273,600 Afghanis. And the final one is that according to the agreement signed between the National Disaster Management and ActionAid organization in coordination with the Kabul Provincial Disaster Management Directorate, has begun distributing cash assistance to 500 affected, displaced and needy families in the Subs district. In this series, the first installment of 11,550 Afghanis was distributed to each family. And that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a perfect night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا